Time for a look at the front page of the papers, most of them concentrating on the rollout of the vaccine. The Daily Telegraph starts with the main headline, "Speed up vaccine rollout to match England," Sturgeon is told. It goes on to say Nicola Sturgeon has been urged to rapidly speed up Scotland's vaccine rollout after it emerged the country is already falling behind England in delivering life-saving doses. The figures which were published yesterday showed a widening gap between the four UK nations. Scottish doctors apparently complained they were unable to secure vaccine deliveries despite 400,000 unused doses sitting in a storage. But what they were looking at, though, is in terms of the figures of vaccination. Enough doses had been administered in England to inoculate 4.1% of the population. Yesterday it was, the paper says, just 3% of the population. Nicola Sturgeon said yesterday that everyone over the age of 70 and classed as extremely clinically vulnerable would have been offered a vaccination by around the middle of February.
Yeah, that's starting the front page of the Mail. Valentine's Day vow on vaccines. It says every Scot aged 70 or over will be offered the COVID-19 vaccine by Valentine's Day, amid concerns that the country's jab rollout is lagging behind the rest of the UK. Nicola Sturgeon promising to speed up the programme over the next few weeks, as it was confirmed that 163,377 people had so far received the first dose.
That's the front page story on the Scotsman as well. 500,000 face weeks of waiting over the vaccine delay.
Front page of the Times, Scots being let down by failing test and trace is the headline. It says Scotland's coronavirus detection rate is the worst in the UK of the UK nations. Research has shown, prompting scientists to warn that tracing failures mean the country's fighting the epidemic with one arm behind our back. That's a quote. It says the tracking and tracing programme is thought to be working relatively well, but only about a third of cases are being picked up by tests, according to a think tank which has been set up by Gordon Brown, the former Prime Minister, the paper says.
Yeah, the Daily Express has gone with this as well. Sturgeon, "We will hit February vaccine target." The First Minister denies a sluggish rollout and claims in pledge to Scotland's over 70s. And it goes on to make the point that the First Minister said she was confident that all over 80s, along with care home residents and NHS and care workers, will receive their first dose in the next 4 weeks, which would mean that everyone over the age of 70 would be inoculated by the middle of February. Opposition MPs, the papers say, have urged SNP ministers to pick up the pace.